Hey, welcome to Salty Roots. My name is Joe. Today's video, what we're going to do is drill a 6-foot tank. The reason I purchased the tank is because my display tank's a Red Sea Reefer 350, and it's only 4 feet, so not really big enough for tangs or any bigger fish, and I wanted to do a fish-only system, so I was on the hunt for a decently priced 6-foot tank. Found one down in Speedway, Indiana, about, 30 minutes from me. We happened to be at the zoo that day for Bella's birthday, and Speedway was only like 15 minutes, so it worked out. Swooped over there, picked that up. It was in pretty rough shape, but I kind of knew that going in. He had it listed for $300. I offered and picked it up for $200, and then brought it home, cleaned it up, drilled it, and this video is going to show you that process. So thanks for watching. Again, let me know if you have any questions, and let's get started. So one of the reasons I got the really good deal on this tank is there's quite a few scratches fairly deep in the glass. So you can see one here right in the middle, and a few spots there came into focus. So there's that one there, and then there's quite a few in other spots as well. What I'm gonna try to do is buff these out a little bit using some cerium oxide after I did some research online. I don't think it's gonna take them away altogether, but I do think it will help. So I picked up some of this from Amazon, or I ordered it from Amazon. Again, it's cerium oxide. So I will follow the instructions and attach one of these buffers to my drill and try to at least get some of the scratches to be less noticeable. Again, I'm not gonna be naive enough to think that I'm going to completely remove scratches, but maybe, again, make them a little less noticeable. All right, so according to what I read online, you want to take just a little bit of the cerium oxide powder and add it to some warm water and mix. And what you're looking for is a heavy cream consistency. So I think I'll add just a little bit of water first. They said like 2 tablespoons, just a little bit. And we'll start with just a little bit. So I actually buffered this for quite some time, nearly 2 hours, and unfortunately results were underwhelming. Didn't really work at all, so I wouldn't recommend this for you if you have deep scratches. Maybe some very light, faint scratches, but I really don't think it was worth it at the end of the day. Next, I went ahead and threw a coat of flat black paint on the trim as it was pretty scuffed up and dirty, so just cleaned it up a little bit. So now on to the fun part, drilling the aquarium. As you can see at the bottom, there's a sticker that says tempered glass, do not drill. I chose not to believe that. Gonna test that theory and show you how now. So the bottom of the tank actually is tempered, so you don't want to drill that, but to check the other panes of glass, what you want to do is get some polarized glasses like this, place a laptop with an all-white screen on the inside of the aquarium, and turn the glasses at a 45-degree angle. And what you want to see is the glasses go black like that. If it were tempered, you'd see some rainbow-colored lines going across the glasses, but as you can see, this is not tempered. So first up, before you drill, you want to get a template to use to make sure your drill can stay steady in the hole that you create. So as you can see, I grabbed a wooden block. I mean, really any wooden block will work. This is just something I had on hand. So I used a normal hole drill bit just to get the drill started, or the hole started, and then took the actual diamond drill bit that I'm going to use on the glass to then make it a little bit wider in the exact size of the hole I was going to drill. And I'll put a link in the description for the diamond drill bits. They're really not as expensive as I thought they were going to be. So you can just pick them up on Amazon, really any size that you'd like. And then, you want to make sure that you're looking up or Googling, what size to get based on the bulkhead. Don't make the mistake of getting, say a 1-inch bulkhead, then you automatically think you need a 1-inch diamond drill bit. They're very specific, so just Google that really with any size bulkhead you have to make sure you get the right size drill bit. Next, as you can see, what I wanted to do was line up where I plan to drill the hole and take a dry erase marker and make sure that the nut was going to fit where I drilled the hole. As you can see here, it is pretty close to the trim, a little too close for me, so I chose to drill an additional hole a little bit lower. I like to drill my holes so that I can lay the wooden template right up against the trim. It just makes it a little bit easier. Once you're happy with your template, go ahead and grab some clamps and clamp the template down to the glass. I almost drilled this on the bottom accidentally, just going too quick. As you can see, I need to flip it over to the other side of the tank to drill at the top. Something to note here as well in regards to placement of your hole. If you're going to use an overflow box on the outside of the aquarium, you want to make sure you have that first so you know exactly how long that's going to be, or at least get the measurements. That way you don't drill a hole and have your overflow box sticking off the side of the tank. Next, put some tape, ideally painter's tape or masking tape. This is just what I had on hand, under the spot where you're going to drill the hole. That way, if the glass, or I should say when the glass comes out, it doesn't fall straight to the bottom of the tank and potentially crack the other pane. You also want to put a towel underneath just in case the tape also breaks. You just really want to make sure you don't drop that thick piece of glass all the way down to the other side of the tank. So if the glass gets too hot, it will crack. So you want to make sure you have a cup of cold water, or if you're doing this outside, you could even just run your hose constantly into that hole. But I just do the cup of water. It seems to work just fine. Put some water in and get to drilling. As you can see, I'm just barely holding the drill to keep it straight. You don't want to apply too much pressure, as that will crack the glass. So just let the drill, or the weight of the drill, do most of the work. This is a long process. Just be very, very patient, and just try to keep it as steady as possible. When you get near the end, you can apply a little bit of pressure with your other hand, but again, just barely any. As you can see, the drill bit is nearly all the way through the wood and just about through the glass. Once you do go through the glass, you'll definitely know by the feel. And so when you do that, go ahead and remove your drill, take the tape off, and see how you did. Okay, let's take a look at the final product. I got the bulkheads installed, as well as an overflow box I got on Etsy and silicone that in. Nope. Scratches in the dead center of the tank. It's gonna drive me nuts. Can't live with it. Let's get a new one. Piece of cake. Okay, so on this tank, I'm going to use an overflow box. And one of the tricks with drilling a tank with an overflow box is you want to make sure that these teeth, or the top of the box, if it has a rim like this, isn't going to, based on where you drill it, you want to make sure that that top of the box is going to be below this rim. Otherwise it won't be able to sit flat. So for example, if I were to drill the hole, say here, actually would be like this. You want to make sure that you drill it low enough to where this can sit under the trim and go flat. So for me, that would mean about right there is where this needs to be drilled. What I do is hold it where I want it, and then I take a dry erase marker and draw a rough hole where I want it to be. I'll go ahead and put my guide right over that dry erase hole, roughly, right? That's about where I want it. Clamp it down, and we'll start drilling. So this overflow box has quite, the hole is quite a bit bigger than on the other tank where all I did was just a standard 1-inch bulkhead. That was the size I needed to drill, which is this hole here. So you can see comparatively how much bigger I need to drill for the larger overflow box. So this head here, or this diamond drill bit, is one of the bigger ones. I can't remember exactly what size, I'll put it in the description. But you want to make sure that, again, you properly size your drill bit to make sure it's going to fit. You don't want to have to drill the glass twice. That's going to do it for this one. If you have any questions, make sure you drop them in the comments below, and make sure you hit the notification button. That way, when I release my next video, you'll know when it comes out. I have a lot to share with you. I've done so much in this fish room since my last video, so excited to share that with you and show you the tank I just drilled, as you see behind me here, and the stand I put it on, the process of building that stand, and many, many more videos to come. So make sure, again, you're subscribed, hit the notification button, and we'll see you next time.